Hey guys, my name is Ehasaas, and if you're back on my channel, you must find me interesting. So talking about our today's guest, he is one of the most mesmerizingly inspirational people I have ever met. I call him the Tycoon because out of so many achievements that he has achieved over the years, some of them are really hard to succeed. And by succeeding them, he has truly given us an example of what a good citizen of a country should be. His name is Dr. Shisher Agrawal. He has done MBBS, MD and DM. He is a fellow of Harvard Medical School, Boston, USA. And he is also a producer, director and an actor in Hollywood as well as Bollywood. Let's meet the guy. I am so glad that he had the time to come on my show and just talk for a little while, and let's see how that goes. Let's get inspired. So my first question to you is a bit personal. You see, you're a renowned doctor and a very famous producer, director and an actor in Hollywood as well as Bollywood. But you see, these two things are totally poles apart. So which one do you prefer by heart? Which one would you choose if someone would have asked you?
Well, to be honest, being a doctor is my profession, and I love being a doctor. I love being an intensivist. That is my first love, which definitely I like to do. I love to do. As far as film industry is concerned, let it be Hollywood or Bollywood, that is something which is my passion. That is something which I love to do from the bottom of my heart. The purpose of doing that is giving something back to the society with the films which I make, with the films I invest, with the films which I am going to make. I want to convey social message on different small topics through which a larger audience can be targeted, and they can get the message which I'm trying to say about women empowerment, girls, kids, health education, sex education to small children, and there are a lot of things, how to take care of a mentally sick child, how to give parenting tips to the parents, how to handle a difficult child of maybe ADHD, or a child who is suffering from some kind of mental illness. So there is a purpose of doing films, let it be Hollywood, let it be Bollywood, and I love doing that. And that is something, that is a dream of mine. Being a doctor is a passion of mine, is a profession of mine.
Second question to you is a bit saddening, but at the same time, I'm really curious about this. So you see, you have seen both Bollywood as well as Hollywood industry. And with the recent demise of Sushant Singh Rajput, many issues in the industry, in the Bollywood industries have come up. And these are not good issues. Be it casting couch, be it nepotism, etc. These issues have come up and they have taken a major stump on the industry. So what do you think? Is this common in Hollywood too? Like, does the same thing happen there? Is there nepotism? Is there a casting couch pressure? Is there struggle? Like, everybody has struggle, but is there really some issues in Hollywood as well, just like Bollywood?
Let me tell you about nepotism, that there is something which has been going on and on from ages, from centuries, and it hardly affects anybody's career, because ultimately the public recognizes how talented you are. If you are talented, you will survive, no matter who your father is. And if you are not talented, you won't survive, no matter how big a celebrity or how successful your father is. So this is something which has got nothing to do much with Bollywood or Hollywood. And to be honest, this is not being followed only in Hollywood or Bollywood. This is something which goes on in every profession, if you go into some industries, industrialists, big corporates, they keep on descending their own children into the top jobs. So this is something which is being practiced all over the world in all the industries. This is something which is not specifically to do anything with Hollywood or Bollywood. And the newcomers like Sushant, if the people are talented, if the newcomers are talented, they know the work, they know how to do everything, how to do the work. Nobody can stop them from reaching the heights. Nobody. They will reach where they are supposed to reach. They will become stars, superstars, and nobody can stop them once they are hardworking, dedicated, and powerful. You have to be strong. With this episode of Sushant Singh Rajput, it was really shocking for us, for me. He was a really very talented actor, and I don't think the step which he took, he should have taken that. He could have fought it out. He could have discussed it with a lot of his friends, counselors, and he could have approached it in a different way instead of giving it up. It all depends on us whether we are giving up or we are fighting it out. He was a great fighter, no doubt about that. He had been fighting it out, and he was rising, and he already had become a star. But he should not have taken this step. He should have fought it more. Maybe he should have adopted another way to fight this out instead of attempting what he did. And as far as casting couch is concerned, this is something which is not so common in Hollywood, to be honest, as far as I know. And this is something, it depends from person to person, who is ready to give up and who is not ready to give up. Everybody is not ready to be a victim of that thing, and it depends from person to person whether you are ready to give up whether you have to give up to casting people or you are not ready to give up. It depends from person to person. It has nothing to do with the particular industry, and it happens not only this is something which is seen not only in a film industry, but it is seen in corporates. It is seen in different industries as well. But it depends from person to person, woman to woman, whether you are ready to give it in or you are not ready to. You are ready to fight it out.
Sir, my next question to you is a bit economically personal. Let's just say so many countries have promised the vaccine of COVID-19. Every country has somehow promised a vaccine for the virus, India being one too. But we know that even if there's a release happening in India or abroad, the release of a vaccine, it will take ages and ages to reach the common people, to reach the middle class basic people. So we don't have that option yet. What do you think would be the best way? What do you think? How should we live our lives so that we stay at a distance with the virus?
First of all, I'll let you know that ICMR has announced a date of 15th of August that they will be releasing a vaccine. I hope it works. I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not, because this virus is really mutant and it's changing its trend again and again. And once the vaccine is available, it will be available to everybody. It's not that the middle class people will not be able to avail that. They will also be able to avail that. Initially, there might be some rush to avail that, but gradually they will be able to get the vaccine on time. Next thing, the precautions. There are three main precautions which needs to be taken. That you have to maintain social distancing. You don't have to mix up with a lot of people. You have to keep washing your hands with soap and water regularly, almost every 2 hourly for 20 to 25 seconds. And if at all you are going out, keep sanitizer with you. Avoid crowded places. Don't go to the crowded places. Try to avoid the crowded places. Avoid public transport as far as possible. Use your personal transport as much as possible, because if you're going in a public transport and if there's a bus or a train or any public transport, if it is crowded and if any one of them is infected with the virus, you have a chances of getting the virus from that infected person. So it is very important for you. The main precautions is that you have to maintain very good hygiene. You have to maintain social distancing, and you have to keep a distance, and you have to keep washing your hands. And I would like to add one more thing, that I was reading some article in the morning that a research has been done in Argentina, Brazil, and Spain about the herd immunity. Well, only 5% of people could develop antibodies from the people whom they came in contact with post-corona phase. So the herd immunity concept is not that effective, which is being circulated all over the world through WhatsApp and social media sites. Please don't rely on herd immunity. Give the more focus on your own immunity. You have to build up your own immunity. To build up your own immunity, you have to have healthy diet, healthy food. You have to eat fruits. You can have multivitamins, and you have to exercise. Exercise is something which is very important, along with the good diet, to develop your body immune system.
Thank you. So sometimes, like what you said, truly makes sense if it comes from someone else. So lastly, my last question to you is, you are in very close relations with both the film industry, and right now the entire film industry is doomed, be it Bollywood, Hollywood, be it Tollywood, every film industry is suffering. So what do you think will be the future of the film industries after the pandemic? Because this pandemic will take time. What do you think what future does the future hold for the film industries?
Well, after this pandemic, there are a lot of changes which has already happened, and there are few changes which have happened permanently. The film industry will be totally different after this pandemic. A lot of people will avoid going to theaters. So the theater industry, the film theaters, they are definitely going to suffer a big loss. The footfall will definitely fall down to a considerate level. And this pandemic has hit a new future for these OTT platforms which were struggling earlier. Now they have a very bright future. All these OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon, Z5, and Hangama, and there are a lot of OTT platforms, and there are new OTT platforms which are coming up as well. They are under construction. So these new OTT platforms will be the priority, and a lot of films will be released on these OTT platforms. And since the recovery of the money is not as good as it used to be in theaters, it won't be that good in OTT platforms. So some kind of compromise for actors, actresses, producers, directors, there will be some compromise in making the films as far as budget is concerned, because ultimately they have to extract the amount of money which they have invested in making the film. They have to recover that money through these platforms, and at the same time they have to target some profit as well, which is gonna be difficult on these OTT platforms, because but these OTT platforms will definitely be in boom after this pandemic, and theaters, they are going to have a tough time in the future. This is one of the biggest difference which I can make out. And more chances of people will be there, since there will be a lot of OTT platforms. There will be more opportunities for the young actors and actresses, directors, writers, producers to be a part of it. So it's going to be very different. It's going to be very different for this after this pandemic. I'm sorry for the phone call. Sorry. It's going to be a different scenario. It's going to be a different ball game after this pandemic. So this is all which I wanted to say. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming on my channel. It was truly a pleasure. What you said truly made sense, and thank you so much for all those inspirational words. Your each and every word inspired us. Thank you. Hey guys, if you're still watching this video, please press that like button, press that share button and share it among all your friends. Press that subscribe button and be a part of the Banter family. If you like these videos, be sure to check out my previous videos as well. I link them in the description box below. Also, I'll link my previous vlog up somewhere here in an icon. Just click it and you'll know it. What is it about? It's truly eye-soothing, trust me. And lastly, if you guys love me that much and you enjoyed this video that much, stay subscribed, stay updated, and I'll meet you guys in my next video. Bye bye.
Why am I looking at you? You're a picture in a frame.